sure I know what I'm doing. Oh, stream manager, tell me, how am I doing? Happy Halloween, guys. I was very excited to set this one up, to set up this stream. One sec. I was very excited to set it up and watch when I'm actually going live. Why does it always say games and demos with this one? Anyway, no, it's probably because it's the remastered collection, but... yes, happy Halloween, guys! I was very... Manage your channel directly from your phone. Okay, I'm a grandma with technology still, sort of. Anyway, happy Halloween, guys. No, this music will not be playing for the entirety of the game. This is just to set the scene. So, I always have this association... I've always had this association with Assassin's Creed in general, with around autumn, because that's when I first got into it, I think. Like, basically when it first came out. And particularly Assassin's Creed 2, because of a very charming trick-or-treater that I once encountered a few years ago. That I just... And also Carnevale. The Carnevale sequence in Assassin's Creed 2, which is... I've said that a million times already. Can you tell I'm nervous? I'm a little nervous. I prepared for this stream. And I'll tell you how in a minute. But I've always... Of course, Carnevale, people dress up, perform all these funny tricks. Can you tell it's been a while since I played the Carnevale sequence? It's fun. You get to play games, you have to win a mask, which is basically entrance into a fancy party, something to that effect. It's a really beautiful... It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful, and one of my favorite things is that in the events preceding to... hey, welcome to the stream. We're just talking about we're going to be playing the Carnevale sequence in Assassin's Creed 2, which I had to... Okay. When I mentioned that I was going to do this, I was, in the back of my head, I was like, okay, I'm just going to load up a save file that I've already had, where I progressed, and load up, the story sequence. You can't replay story missions in Assassin's Creed 2, so I was like, oh shit, if I want to do this, that means I'm going to have to start a new game, and then play up to sequence 9 to get to that sequence, so I can stream it. There's no other way that I can do it. So the past 2 days have been straight up, wake up, eat Assassin's Creed 2, shower, sleep, wake up, eat Assassin's Creed 2, shower, sleep. Essentially, that's been the same. Well, no, I was sleeping in today, but it's not a speed run either by any means. In fact, it was. I took so fucking long because oh god, that's another thing. This game is so fucking good. I was like, I got lost and just replaying it again, while at the same time having this time constraint of like, okay, you've got to get to sequence 9 before Halloween. But I'm still caught up playing the actual game, and god, this game is so fucking... I'd forgotten how jam-packed it is with content. Like, you know what I mean? Like, games... Remember when games used to come out finished and good? And they were just released that way? They didn't have to fix it later on with a bunch of patches or updates or whatever. And they didn't... You know what I mean? Development wasn't so fucked up that they didn't just have to release an unfinished game. This game is like... I don't remember. I remember when it came out, but I don't remember exactly how many... it has DLC, of course, but, like, that's produced well after... It's just so much better put together. Remember when games came out finished? Anyway. So, yeah. We're gonna be doing that, and I'll get to tell you that story of the trick-or-treater who really made my decade. I don't think no Halloween is ever compared to that Ezio who showed up at my door saying trick-or-treat. But yeah, I think it's been about 5 minutes. I can turn off the fancy Kingdom Hearts Halloween music now. Which, this track always runs through my head around Halloween, too. I don't know how to describe it. It's like an annual song that drifts into my head. It's pretty. But, yeah, thank you for stopping by. I'm only going to be playing this sequence. Of course, it shouldn't take more than like an hour and a half. But yeah, it's beautiful. I love... The more I play this game, like, the more times I replay this game, and I really focus on the character models, the more I realize that they look like Sims. And I mean that in a good way. They look like really lively, like, third-generation Sims. It's really cute. So, yeah. Sometimes I name my files after myself, and sometimes I just name them after the subject. Whoever's in the Animus tanning booth. Oh, that's right. I should probably change my cape. I think that's why I got so much shit in Venice from the other guards. Give me that one. Yes, please let me equip the plain cape. I remember I left off in Monteriggioni because I wanted to show off everything that I've gotten accomplished in the past 2 days. I know, right? Really epic achievement. A really epic achievement. You've almost played Assassin's Creed 2 to completion in 2 days. Hoorah. What is your contribution to society? I don't know. It was in the I have almost all the art. I feel like I'm definitely missing a few. Probably from some other part of Venice, but it's just beautiful. God, the way the villa just slowly opens up as you upgrade it. And it's just subtle, these subtle little changes over time. Because Monteriggioni starts, it kind of looks like shit when you first get there. And it makes sense because, your uncle's gone, kind of let the place go to shit. But as you upgrade it over time, it just becomes this beautiful... It becomes so... And that's another thing. Maybe when I played it on PS3, that's the first time I played it. And even on PC, I feel like the colors were a little bit washed out. I don't know. Maybe these are... Maybe it's my nostalgia goggles just cranking up the... What's the fucking word I'm looking for? Hue saturation, that's it. I haven't drawn digitally in so long, I forgot what those did. Oh, that's right, yeah, Ezio's little... I haven't visited his little attic bedroom in a while. Hold on. I thought this is cute. It's easy to miss, too. It's very easy to miss, but no. Not that one. It holds a lot of charm. Goodness gracious. So yeah, I hope everybody's been having a good Halloween. I really haven't really done anything. Oh my god, Violet. You can tell I'm nervous. Here we go. You can tell I'm nervous. I'm like, fuck, I forgot how to navigate this place. But, yeah, I think it's cute that Ezio lives up in the attic. Almost like Harry Potter. I mean, he is the auditore who lived, so... I'm assuming he commissions Leonardo for these portraits of Templars he's gotten rid of so far. I don't know where else they would come from, but I just like to think of Ezio having his own little... This is his bedroom up in the attic where he broods. I mean, he spends time with his family, sure, but everybody's just, Claudia's got her thing going on where she's basically, doing the job that she would have if she weren't nobility. And poor Maria is mourning. I don't know if I'd want to spend time with either of my family members if they were in that state of mind either. Fuck, that came out really cruel. I'm sorry, that's not what it's awkward. It's awkward. That's all I meant. But, Yeah, the Viva just looks like, it doesn't look this clean when you first start out. See all, you know, the flags and everything? It's like overgrown with weeds and vines, and it just looks, as you upgrade, as you put more money into it, and it expands, it looks better and better and better until we finally have this beautiful, beautiful, God, it's just so fucking gorgeous, this beautiful, it's almost like a wonderland. And it's bustling. More people come too. I mean, that makes sense. Like, you know, it says in the game, like, more upgrades the more upgrades you put into Monte de Joni, you know, the more people will come, and the more, more tourists, they'll spend more money, and we can, you know, we'll have shit for more upgrades. I don't know why it surprised me that, like, more actual, like, AI citizens showed up, and there was more actual traffic in the place. So yeah, this is where we are, right? Dorsaduro. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. There are a few cutscenes you can miss out on between Desmond and Sean, Rebecca and Lucy in the interim. Like when, I think like the sequence before this was Lucy bugging Desmond to get out of the Animus and stretch his legs. Guards are on high alert here. I have like one fraction of notoriety. So, let's find a poster to tear down and take, please, God. I never give money to those guys. They just, it's far easier to just break their instruments. That was way too much, like, actual irritation. That's the poster. Here we go. I'm watching back VODs of Assassin's Creed gameplay. I'm like, I basically just go on autopilot. And it's kind of, it's infuriating to watch. Oh my God. Incognito my ass. Excuse me. The jump trick usually works. Anyway, let's take this opportunity to run around Venice. You can see we have some fire breathers, a few jesters, if you look around. It's like definite for, no, it's just a gondola. Why does I wonder, why does every gondola, it's not like it's its own individual treasure to be picked up, but just gondolas are full of money? Just by virtue of existing? I don't know. This isn't the part of Venice that's decorated, but that's what I was gonna say. Actually, in the sequences preceding Carnevale, you can see them setting up in Venice. You can see them setting up shop for Carnevale before it occurs. It's really charming. There are so many little details in Assassin's Creed 2 that really make it, oh my God, it's amazing. Ezio might not be one of my favorite Assassins, but Assassin's Creed 2 is definitely like one of the best video game sequels ever made of all time. And I would say objectively it has to be one of the best Assassin's Creed games. My personal top three are Origins 3 and Assassin's Creed 1 in no particular order. But each of those have problems with them gameplay-wise. They're kind of a hot mess in certain... This Assassin's Creed 2 is like the most composed, I feel like. It's the most composed title that knows what it's doing. And again, remember when games used to come out and they were just finished? And there really wasn't, you know, a debate to be had about it. They're like, okay, here it is. And here's the DLC if you want to play it. I mean, you probably do because it has, you know, the rest of the story in it. But, you know, it's not like we've released this game half finished. It's finished. Here you go. We just want to make more money. DLC is that's great. I mean, I guess, I don't know. It's not like you can just start developing DLC as soon as you're finished. I would imagine to have it released. Why am I up here? I don't know either, sir. To have it released on time and have it come out on time, it would make no sense. Maybe it would. I don't know. I don't know the timing in which DLC can be worked on and then released. With regards to the schedule of the base game. I don't know. But that window of time seems to be getting longer and longer and longer as the years have gone on. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. My brain is a little bit broken today. I say that every time. I say that every time I stream, I feel like. Don't worry about it, Violet. You'll get in the groove. Like you always do. Just takes a little bit of warming up, that's all. So yes. Actually, I think if we're lucky, and by lucky I mean I remembered to, there should be at least one more building in this area in Venice with an animus glyph puzzle, and I've got three more of those left. So maybe we can figure one out together. Where? Oh God! See what I mean? I go on autopilot. I go on autopilot, and the next thing I know, I'm actively running away from the quest objective. I get to a story mission, I'm like, oh, thank God. They can take over for me now. Had an interesting dream where Ryunosuke Naruhodo showed up. Wasn't a nightmare. Actually. It wasn't a nightmare. Oh, we get to check in with our boy Leo? We do.
Ezio! Dio mio! You're alive! Is it true? They say you killed the Doge.
I was trying to save him, Leonardo. But the truth matters little. I failed. And now I'm the most wanted man in Venezia.
Well, perhaps you're in luck. It's Carnevale in Venezia. This is the time when everybody goes without a face.
That's why I'm here. Do you have a mask I can wear?
Of course, of course. Somewhere in here.
Grazie, amico mio. And I have something for you.
Oh, more of the Codex. Aha. This one's quite complex. It's a new design, my friend. A mechanism for your wrist, but not a blade. In fact, it seems to be a kind of arma da fuoco, but as small as a hummingbird.
Is that possible?
I have no idea. Let's build it and find out.
That's right. Now, I'm a little embarrassed to just ask this question. I'm not sure if this was possible back in, like, 1474, or whatever year it is now. Ooh, God! See? This is why I wanted to play this on Halloween. Oh my God. So beautiful. God, see what I mean? This game's just gorgeous. Anyway, I'm not sure if it was possible to create a weapon like this back then, but I suppose it doesn't really matter now, does it? It does to me. I'd like to know, at least. Awfully loud. Oh, that's right, you have to do it. Gotta love our boy Leo. Ubisoft was like, okay, let's not make any more Bishonen historical figures because everyone's shipping Ezio with Leonardo da Vinci, and nobody knows how to feel about that.
You've done me good, brother.
Ma certo. But I'm sure your return was not just to play with new toys. Is it about this terrible new Doge they've installed? Marco Barbarigo? Then you'll want to speak with your friend Antonio. I've seen him quite a bit lately at mutual friends. I'd look for him there, in the Dorsoduro district, to the south. Ask for Sister Theodora.
Sister?
Well, in a way, yes, sister. And Ezio, you can't be carrying weapons out there today.
Grazie, Leonardo. Now, about that mask.
It's just gorgeous. The interiors are gorgeous, the character models are full of personality, and they're so vibrant, and oh god, look how gorgeous it is at night. And this is just Venice. We're not even taking into account Tuscany and Florence and Forlì. This is just one part of the game. And that's just one segment of the game. It's beautiful. Might have to hit up the Villa again for another upgrade if I need better armor. You know what? Fine. So generous. That's my problem with doing that, though. It's not like it doesn't get this guy to go away. It attracts a whole crowd, and I'm not sure if I want that attention on every single time necessarily. You know what I mean? Also, why did they assign the same button to steal as fast walk? What if I just want to move fast and I don't want to steal from people? But that gives me a way to deliberately draw attention to myself. Is that the caveat? I don't know. I'm being nitpicky. In a loving way. In a loving way. I don't know. I'm very hesitant to give games like perfect 10 out of 10s. Hey! David, thank you! Good to see you! Thanks for making it! This shouldn't take too long. It should be only like, what? Like an hour and a half, 2 hours? So, I should be wrapping up just in time for your stream. And hopefully that timing will work out. Damn, I probably should. I'm sorry, I should have asked you about that last night. I should have sent you a message last night. I wasn't sure when I was going to start, to be honest. Let's hang. Hell yeah. Thanks, dude. How's your Halloween been going? Oh, that's right. I should talk about part of what makes me associate this game with Halloween. Okay, so a few years ago, I think it was 2015. Yeah, it was 2015, and I was handing out candy to the trick-or-treaters, just sort of, posted by the door with my bowl of Halloween candy. My mom she had a migraine, so she was in the back, or not in the back, but she was sleeping, and I was like, oh no, I'll do it. And so long story short, this one kid, out of a sea of costumes, I don't really remember any of the other costumes, right? Standard Halloween costumes, or things from, things that were popular at the time, like at their height of popularity at the time, costumes like that. There's this one kid, he couldn't have been older than like 10 or 11. He was decked out in a full Ezio cosplay, and when I opened the door, as soon as I saw that kid, I was like, whoa, Ezio! And he was like, you're the only person who's known who I am. You're the only person I've talked to on Halloween who's known my costume. And I was like, dude, that's so cool. And I gave him extra candy. So that's just charmed me. I know, it's adorable. It always stuck with me, so it's part of what makes me associate this game with Ezio in particular. Took very cute pictures of Kona. Aww. Did you like post them on your Twitter, or are they in Babel somewhere? Kona's adorable. Always wanted to be Link for Halloween, but as a kid you could never find a Legend of Zelda That's crazy. That's crazy. Well, maybe Nintendo was like, nah, copyright, but it should have been easy to find a knockoff one in Spirit Halloween. And of course, this year you went to Spirit Halloween, and there was kid-sized Link costumes. Shit. Why does life work like that? Why is life like this?
Antonio, we need to talk.
Do you have a costume this year?
Ezio Auditore!
I had like this gag costume that was a dolphin
talented
suit.
man in all of Venezia.
And it was just this cheap
Sister
It's
Theodora.
practically made of foam.
I never imagined
And it
you
was
as
so
a
hot.
religious
It was
type.
so hot to wear.
It depends how
But it was
you
really
understand
fun. I thought it was
religion, my son.
adorable. And of
It's
course,
not
I
just
stuffed it
men's
in a closet
souls that
sometime
call for soothing.
a few years ago.
Join us, Ezio.
And I haven't
Have a
seen it
drink.
since.
Meet the ladies.
And we're talking over cutscene.
Butcher! He sliced Lucia and stole
So,
her money!
Messer Ezio, let's see just how talented you are. After him!
Oh, he really wanted a bloody machete prop, so he had to get that. Aw, that's cute. And very sus. Dude, I used to cross off, like, excuse me. Oh god, we have a hostage situation here.
Don't make me kill again.
Alright, hang on. Hang on.
Who the hell are you? Get away from me.
Sorry, one sec. Damn it. I told you when I said my brain was off. I thought I was... You can tell it's been a while since I've played this. What was I fucking saying? ADHD brain. We have a hostage situation, and it's going to be really... Do not want to have this one again. We good? Alright. Oh yeah, that's right. I used to, like, when I was a kid, I used to cross off the days to Halloween months in advance. I was so stoked. It was my favorite time of the year. Picking out my costume. It was just so fun. I love doing it. So you're streaming. That's right, you're finishing Resident Evil Village, right? I am very excited to see that. It makes me, because I've always wanted to get into Resident Evil, but I never knew where to start. But as you've said in your stream, it's a good Resident Evil 8 is as good a place as any. So, hell yeah. One of these days, I'll have to pick it up. And I want to play Resident Evil 2, the remaster.
You have our gratitude, Ezio.
Why is it wherever you go, trouble follows?
Antonio, I trust you know why I'm here.
I imagine to rid Venice of Marco Barbarigo. But really, Ezio, we did this once already. And this new Templar Doge is a bigger culo than the last. Never mind that he never leaves the palazzo.
Yes, except for tonight. Marco wouldn't dare miss Carnevale.
How do you know this?
In fact, he's throwing the biggest party of them all. But getting in won't be so simple. You'll need a golden mask for entry. And before you think about forging one, keep in mind, each mask is numbered. Fortunately for you, I have an idea. Let's see if we can't win you a mask.
Yes. Yes, this is what makes it so good. If you want to get into Resi, just pick whichever game looks coolest.
I do. Forgive me, but...
Just pick which looks coolest and get into it from there. They're all good standalone titles. Okay, yeah, I'll probably go with Resident Evil Village or Resident Evil 2. Those look the most... Those stand out to me the most. But I guess, yeah, those two have gotten remasters in the last couple of years, so that makes sense. The last time you trick-or-treated was when you're 13, and only one of the houses in your hood celebrating. It was a crappy end to your crappy end to your candy-eating career. Aw, man, I'm sorry. That sucks. It sucks when you trick-or-treat and there's like one or two houses on the block that do it. That's too bad. I hope your Halloween's... Yeah, I think that was around the time I stopped too, and my mom was like, "Look, neighbors are fine to give candy to like little kids who are having fun with Halloween, but like they're not gonna start passing them out to teenagers. You know what I mean?" And I was like, "Okay, that makes sense." So I think mine was when I was 13 too. It's good to keep your teeth. Candy is great, but it's nice to keep your teeth in good health.
Why is it you wear a nun's habit if you aren't one?
Whoever said I wasn't? Indeed, I am married to the Lord.
And yet you are also a courtesan. You run a bordello.
In my self-indulgent
So,
Persona 5
I see no
Assassin's Creed
contradiction.
AU.
How
That's
I
what
choose to
Ezio's
practice
mask
my
is. It's
faith.
the golden carnevale
What I
mask.
choose to do with my body. These are my choices to make.
True.
Like many young women, I was drawn to the church, but grew disillusioned by the believers of this city. Men hold God only as an idea in their heads, not in the depths of their hearts and bodies. Men must know how to love in order to reach salvation. My girls and I provide that to our congregation. No church would agree with me, I realized, so I created my own. It may not be traditional, but men's hearts grow firmer in my care.
Among other things, I'm sure.
I think you were 11 or 12 actually, is before you moved across the country. By the time you lived in Arizona, you'd long given up on Halloween, but I always loved the atmosphere. Yeah, I never thought about Halloween in like the Midwest or the East Coast. That's interesting. Yeah, from what I know of it on the West Coast, it's pretty explosive. Well, I think in California, like, if we have an opportunity to give theatrics, to lend theatrics to a holiday, we always will. You made a hell of a pilgrimage to get here, and I'm happy that you're enjoying it.
Signore! Come on, come on! The games of carnevale are about to begin. Do you have the coraggio to compete for as grand a prize as this? This year, like every year, the Golden Mask will provide entry for one, a uno solo, to our most beloved Doge's personal ball. Who would not desire such an exceptional reward? Come, compete! Whoever proves themselves champion in each of 4 games today shall be the Doge's personal guest tonight.
You'd best get to it, Ezio.
I will. I just want to look around. I know I keep using the word charming. I'm at a loss for words sometimes with this sequence of the game. It's just so... You can see them setting it up, too. I might have mentioned this earlier in the stream, but you can see them setting it up and making preparations in sequences 8 and 7, I think. When you go through Venice, there are some areas that are like... this is Assassin's Creed 2. This is the Ezio trilogy, which includes Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood, and Revelations, but it also has like 2 supplementary games that I was like cycling through in the menu, and I was like, wait a second, I didn't know it came with these other 2. But yeah, it's like the full Ezio collection. He has like fucking 4.5 seasons of him. Don't get me wrong, I love him. I think he's a great character, and he's Ubisoft's Jesus. Yeah. But he overshadows like almost every other Assassin's Creed protagonist, to the point where his family's theme, Ezio's family's theme, has become like the iconic. I don't know if leitmotif is the right word.
This may be the easiest challenge yet.
He's kind of he will forever hog a very giant portion of the Assassin's Creed spotlight.
Who shall win the prize?
Okay, which one is this?
Welcome, gentlemen.
Oh, it's the ribbons one. I love this one.
Will certainly be your favorite game of the day. Ladies, here's how the game is played. All the ladies in the district have ribbons. Your job is to obtain them. Whoever has the most before my hourglass runs out is one step closer to winning the Golden Mask.
Loved Ezio, only ever played Brotherhood and Revelations. I feel like he missed out on his first adventure. Oh man, Assassin's Creed 2 is fantastic. It is, if you have the time, I'm sure it's like super cheap on Steam. If you have the time and you just want to play it like isolated, it's fantastic, and it still holds up today really, really, really well. There are so many iconic moments from this game, like a QTE to hug Leonardo da Vinci, or like like I was talking about with the carnevale sequence, and there's a lot more that fleshes out Desmond's relationship with Sean and Lucy and Rebecca, and it's so beautiful. It's one of the Assassin's Creed games with the most heart in the series. Yes, gotta be AC2. I'd love to see you play that. I'd love to see you play whatever you want on stream. That's what I figured out. It's super fun. I don't know about you, but the more that I do this, the more I'm like startled at how much fun I realize I'm having. So, yeah. Thank you for modding. By the way, that's very nice of you. That's very nice of you, and I really appreciate the time, your time, because it's a. I'm rambling. Do you ever just start a sentence and you forget where you're going with it? Michael Scott voice? Okay. Obtain more ribbons. I'm happy to have you here, dude. I love you. It's like that image of like the squigglies in that person's head, and the text that comes out is like, I love you and appreciate your friendship. Aw, it is an honor. I love you, dude. Excuse me. Got a frog in my throat. Obtain more ribbons than the competition from the ladies of Carnevale. Okay, one sec. Headphone problems. Are we good? Yeah, I think so. Oh shit, I forgot we were timed.
You're all looking lovely this afternoon.
Ezio is kind of a protagonist of his time in many ways, but I think he still holds up really well today.
Hello.
My God, I'm not even safe from these fuckers. Well, I guess. Don't make me push you into the water. I've never been more annoyed by a very specific type of NPC. Where we're at in this point in the story, Kerplunk. Where we're at in this point in the story is basically Ezio's. He's like, okay, my family was killed. My father and my brother and my younger brother were all killed because they were wrongly accused of being part of a conspiracy. Which, in reality, Ezio's father had uncovered documents that would directly link those people to said conspiracy, and they found out about that, and they were like, okay, let's kill him. And his older brother, and his younger brother. Ezio just happened to be out on an errand at the time, basically. So unfortunately, he arrived just in time to watch his father and brothers hang. And it's, honestly, like fucked up the rest of his life and became the catalyst to his induction into the Brotherhood. So yeah, essentially that's what's. Sorry, man. See what I mean? The steel is assigned to the same button as fast walk, and I don't know how I feel about that decision.
Hello.
Excuse me, Madonna. But yeah, our travels have led us to Venice.
Winner! You have more ribbons than any man here. You've proved yourself a favorite of the ladies, and are now one step closer to the greatest prize of all time.
Let's play Assassin's Creed 2 before I remember the game. Starts with them being born, and my mom walked in and was like, "Oh, I love it." Aw. Yeah, that's true. The game does start with Ezio being born, and you like move. It's so funny. Like you press triangle to move your head, press circle to move your arms, press X to move your feet, and I'm like, just press X to baby. That's adorable. This game is so fucking silly. It's just silly. It's silly, but it's heartwarming, and it has a fantastic soundtrack. Assassin's Creed 3 is like family dysfunction, the game. But also like Patchwork Family, the game. It's so beautiful. And Connor Kenway is like one of the best Assassin's Creed protagonists. Top 3, right? I don't, it's not just headcanon. I'm sure it's canon. I'm not that sure, but Connor Kenway is autistic for sure. I don't know if he's coded. If he's not, then it's a very, I don't know, it's very fortunate coincidence maybe. But if he is, I wouldn't be surprised.
Step right up. Come on, come on.
All right, what's
it's
this one
time
again?
for a game of skill and agility.
Oh, capture the flag.
Welcome, welcome. The rules of the game are simple.
I'm not too good at this
Outrun
one.
your opponents, take the flag from the middle of the field, and bring it back to your starting position to score.
See what I mean by the fire
If the
breathers in the
opposition
background?
holds the
Just
flag,
little-
you must knock them down to steal it. Be the first to capture the flag
had to
3
animate that.
times, and the golden mask may yet be yours.
For these specific NPCs to show up at this specific part in the game. There are just so many loving touches. Where are we at? Okay, so basically just... You know, I don't know if you've ever played any of the Sly games, but if you have you ever noticed the similarities between Sly Cooper and Assassin's Creed? Oh, fuck. Shit. Hold on. Let me... Hold that thought. Please. Please. Climb. Climb like your fucking life depends on it, guys. Sly Cooper is like Assassin's Creed for furries and vice versa. Run, 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 yes! Oh god, capture the flag games in like any game just drive me fucking crazy. Cause like, yes, I will. Someone is gonna get me. I hate being it. I could do that much more I could do that with much more elegance, but it's easier for the sake of... It's easier for the sake of keeping the game moving to just run. Ah, fuck, fuck. Please, no, don't stay out of bounds. Shit. It's performance anxiety. That's all. Oh, and the Animus Glyph puzzles. I don't think there was anything like that in Brotherhood. It does slap. The soundtrack is very... Oh, he was ready! Jesus, did you see him? This guard is very good at his game of choice. I can't believe I'm gonna have to do this a third time. This one is not my favorite. Yeah, it's very good. This is... Yeah, this one and Brotherhood have... I mean, it's... Revelations is okay. It's not bad. It's okay. Brotherhood is really good. Brotherhood is... God, I think it's called The Brotherhood Escapes. I think that's the track that I'm always... Not for long! Not for long. At least I hope not. Brotherhood is, it's very good. I think the whole, just like, it's almost like a soap opera between Ezio and the Borgia family. It's a lot. But in a really good way. I remember in the trailers for that game. God. I hate capture the flag shit. It's usually the settings that get you into a nasty game. Really, like Revelations and Origins, don't remember much of Brotherhood at all. Yeah, Brotherhood is just like, it's just in Rome. It's just in Rome again, right? Yeah, it's same. I get so tired of like Western European. That's why I was like I was so over it. There are more elegant ways to... I'm sure there are more elegant ways to capture the flag. I'm not doing them like this. Yeah, that's when Valhalla was announced. I was like, really? Really? Vikings are so 2012. And I haven't... God. I don't know if you've been here to hear me piss and moan about it, but it was basically unplayable day one. development was that bad. So I've yet to find the room in my heart to give it another chance. I know I will, and I will one of these days. I signed a blood contract with Ubisoft after all.
We have a winner!
Yeah,
You've
I was like,
protected your
Vikings,
flag and captured the enemy.
boring.
You've proven yourself a warrior
Ancient
without
Greece?
fear,
I'm in.
an inch ever closer to victory.
Colonial era Latin American. Yes, yes, that would be so. The like Mexican Revolution. I would love to see one set in like the Philippines. I would love to see set one in India. Everyone wants one set in Japan. It's like, why? There are more continents than Europe. Makes me so mad. Almost probably fucked up from. It just did to it. And it's so cute. You can hear the little folksy music too. And yeah, this all goes away. Like, I'm pretty sure at least. I think it all vanishes after this sequence. So the rest of Venice, everything here, just goes back to normal. So it really does feel like an in-game holiday. It's so cute. So cute. Modern Ezio would be really good at math. He was studying to be a banker before his dad, before, conspiracy, murder, everything happened. So I'm always like, he could probably, like, convert currencies in his head.
Who's next?
Be a little
Step right up. Try for the best.
Little Italian calculator.
Benvenuti. Are you ready to test yourself?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, this one's the beat 'em up.
And endurance.
Yeah, once
Many
I would love
challenges lie in
an
your
Assassin's
path.
Creed set in
The
like
game is
the Mexican
simple,
Revolution,
finishing it near impossible.
somewhere in the
Start when you're ready.
Philippines.
The first contestant to beat the course
I'll admit I don't know a
record
lot
is
about
one step
Filipino
closer
history,
to
but
the golden mask.
we have like 5,000 years of recorded history. We're not going to run out of, I don't even get me into like Assassin's Creed Infinity. I don't know. That still feels fake. That still feels fake. All right. Race time. Even like an Aztec or Mayan Masquerade, but I feel like that's asking too much from racist old Ubisoft. Yeah, the only times where, like, I think Mayan and Aztec civilizations have been mentioned, and that was in Black Flag, where it's set in the West Indies, and Tulum is one of the Brotherhood locations. So, like, that's I think that's like the closest we can get. Assassin's Creed 3 is a surprisingly fantastic narrative about, like, it has an incredible narrative regarding race. It's set like during the fuck am I talking? Independence Day, not Independence Day. Fucking. Oh my god. American Revolution. Thank you. See, my brain isn't working. It's set in the American Revolution, and the main character is, he is half native and he's half English, and he gets the brunt of treatment for it. Not, certainly not in a good way. That's not what I mean. Connor Kenway's. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He is Mohawk, and he is. God, he's such a great character, and I love Zio. I love his mother. I love Hatham. His father is just the Kenways are so good. Edward Kenway, who's the protagonist of Black Flag, the pirate one, that's Connor's grandfather. And oh my God, I would give literally anything to see all three of them in the same room with each other. Oh God. I didn't even realize there was a timer. It's a race mission. It's a racing mission. But it's very... God. I still have a copy of Assassin's Creed 3 for the PS4 that, like, Amazon just sort of accidentally gave me when I ordered it off there, and I was like, I don't know. I was like, well, you know, normally, Jeff, I think I'd be inclined to, take advantage of it just this one time. So I'm more than happy to mail that one too if you want. It's such a good game. It's one of those games that I'm like, I will pay somebody to play this. It's so fucking good. The pacing is amazing. The story is really good. It gives me goosebumps every time. I almost cry every time. It's just so good. And it captures family, like both family dysfunction and like patchwork family and love really well. It's so good. And it also deals with like the 2012 like end of the world conspiracy. Am I gonna fail this one this time? It's possible. 2012 end of the world conspiracy. And it's like, Desmond died for our sins. Come on, Violet, this one might take me a few tries. It's really good. It's very silly. Like the modern, it's not the story. The modern day story is a little silly, but it's also somber. It's just like looking back on it. I'm like, oh man, it's so like literally dated and both a product that was for its time and ahead of its time in a way that's difficult to describe, or at least when my brain is like half off this. I'll be able to, God, I might be able to squeeze this in. Come on, yes, okay. Whew. I cannot sing the praises of the story of Assassin's Creed 3 highly enough. The DLC, however, fucking sucks. It's so bad. It is so bad. It's literally like, here, let's take this magical tree that does not exist at all in Mohawk folklore, and we're gonna have the village elder make a special tea from that tree and give it to Connor and have him drink it so it gives him powers to transform into a wolf, a bear, and an eagle, and it's just garbage. And George Washington has the apple of Eden. He's gone quote-unquote mad with power, and when people got mad at the tyranny of King Washington DLC, what do you think it was for? Do you think it was for the fucking magical Native American stereotype that came out of absolutely nowhere, or do you think it was because George Washington was portrayed as being a dick? Way more people were mad about the second one. I saw one person mention it at the time, and that person had the Tumblr URL Connor Kenway, and like literally that was like they made a few posts about how racist and awful the DLC was, and like that's what they just like claimed the URL for that. They just had that URL up for that, like a PSA almost, like a bulletin. I know it was fucking awful. It's fucking cringe, but I'm gonna have to drag myself through the shitty DLC if I want to platinum and 100% AC3 remastered. If I do that on, I don't know. I can't do that on stream. I think I'd be swerving way too far out of my lane, and I think I'd just be getting mad every other second. Okay, this one's the beat 'em up.
Do you have what it takes? Benvenute lottatori. The game is simple. There's only one rule: no weapons. Fight until you are the last man left standing.
The textures are super.
You or two? Who will win?
My God, it just makes me think, like, were they this intricate on PC, PS3, Xbox 360 when it came out? Were they this intricate? They could have been. Maybe it's just the remaster, but I don't know. I honestly don't know. It's such a beautiful game, and it really stands the test of time. This game was a good looker when it was new. Yeah, and some people actually make an argument that it looks worse in the... Come on, guys. Come here. That it looks worse in the remaster, and I kind of see where they're coming from with that, because there are some instances in the game where they just look like cartoon characters, and not in a very good way. They just kind of look awkward, but it's charming. I think it's charming enough, at least. only a couple years after Oblivion. Consider how much better this game looks. Oh my god, yeah! Oblivion came out in, what, that was like 2005? That was 2005, I think, and Assassin's Creed 2 came out in 2009. The first Assassin's Creed came out in 2007.
Looks like this one thinks himself.
Oh my god.
Campione.
I remember the X-Play review of the first Assassin's Creed game, and I remember Adam Sessler just like pointing to the overworld and being like, see all that? You can go to all of that. There are no invisible walls. You can go to all of that. And I remember thinking like, that is just the coolest thing that I've ever seen in a game. No invisible walls, or at least very few. Not to an extent where it's like, where you have this much world in a game. I don't know, I think that was the first time I'd ever seen something like that kind of freedom in a game. And of course it was like at the turn of the console generations, and it was just amazing to see like, whoa, this is what the PS3 is capable of?
We have combatants.
Yeah, see, they kind of look goofy. Like, the whites of their eyes stand out too much, and...
So that's how it's going to be, eh?
It's a little incongruent with... I don't know. It's just nitpicking. A lot of the quote-unquote bad stuff you can say about Assassin's Creed 2 is really comes down to a lot of nitpicking. It's a very solid game. Oh no, I was like, what's happening? Oh yeah, that's right. All bets are off regarding the no weapons rule. Or no murder rule.
Let go of me.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Hey, Edge! Welcome to the stream. We are just about... I think this is our final... Excuse me. I think this is our final little mini-game before we get our golden carnevale mask.
Signori! The games of carnevale have come to a glorious conclusion.
Oh, you weren't notified?
Oh,
damn.
Golden mask. Our winner has proven himself the fleetest of foot, the strongest of champions, the wisest strategist, and clearly a favorite of the ladies. With 4 games won lealmente, the winner of the Golden Mask is... the winner of the Golden Mask is Dante Moro.
Look on it, you can just see the contempt in his eyes behind the mask.
Congratulations. We'll see you this evening.
And having a good night. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween, Edge. I hope you've been having a good one too. Yeah, Oblivion was 06 and this game was 09. I think this was one of the first games that figured out how to look good on new hardware. HD games look pretty bad for a while. They did kind of look, I don't know how to describe it. Kind of chunky? Lollipop Chainsaw is another one of my favorite games, for all its flaws. And it looked, even on PS3, it still looked pretty, it looked good, but it looked awful at the same time. I'm sorry the notification didn't fully go out. That might be a problem on my end, or it might be a Twitch thing. And let me tweak my headphones again. I can get a pair of wireless headphones, but it's like I don't have the money for that. It's like $70 at least. A lot of nostalgia for Dead Rising, which is one of the first 360 games. The game does not look good anymore, but you're right, it's very charming. I've only heard of Dead Rising. I haven't seen it. What's it about? I mean, it sounds like a survival horror game from the title alone, but I can't say I know. They specifically they were like, let's take some jesters and make them breathe fire for this very specific section of the game. Zombie outbreak at a mall. Oh, okay, yeah, no, I think that rings a couple of bells. That's so awesome. Didn't age too well. But I would agree with you there. Games that don't age well, they still have this sort of nostalgic charm to them. Well, I guess depending on whether or not you're nostalgic for that particular game or that area. This is Assassin's Creed 2. It is the remastered version. It's from the Ezio collection on PS4. It is one of the best games in the entire series, for sure, and it's one of the best sequels to any game ever made, I think, ever. It's just... sequels should aspire to, like, the levels of Assassin's Creed 2, from, like, from a budding IP to, okay, this one took off, so we're going to give you a bunch of money to make the second one. Make it even better. And I guess they were like, okay, got it, we will do that. And they made a good game. Alright. Oopsie daisies. Could have landed that more gracefully, but... So we're only playing through the Carnevale sequence. Minor thing again, but you can probably change your game title to it.
Would not have known Silvio would cheat as he did.
Yeah, I don't know why. It just set it to games and demos. Can I change that from... I had it set to Assassin's Creed 2. There, maybe stream info updated. I had it set to Assassin's Creed 2, but it put itself up as games and demos. It did that with Rogue last time too. I think it's just the remaster that makes Twitch go like, whatever. Hey, Hordian, thanks for stopping by. I'm having a great time. We're just streaming the Carnevale sequence in Assassin's Creed 2, which reminds me of Halloween a lot, and it's one of my favorite sequences in any Assassin's Creed game. And how longer are you gonger? Oh man, is that that is the sacrifice I'll make though for being off social media. Is like I don't know any of the dank memes anymore, but at least I have my sanity. Or maybe that wasn't something I was like, is that a Twitter gag? Oh, how are you going? Okay, I'm Boo Boo the Fool. How much longer am I going? Probably till the end of the sequence, which we'll be able to see how many... Oh yeah, literally just one memory left. Oh no, don't worry about it. Sorry, that was just me reading chat too fast and being like, what? And getting ahead of myself there. I'm sorry about that.
We saw that rotting culo who stole the golden mask. He's on his way to the Doge's party.
I will go. I can catch him before he arrives and take back the mask.
How? By killing the poor Stronzo?
Yes. You know what's at stake.
No. If you kill him, they'll cancel the party. And Marco will retreat back into his palazzo. We'll have wasted our time again. Steal the mask instead. Quietly.
My girls can help. They're already on their way to the party, all along the route. They can help you distract him while you acquire the mask.
Va bene. I can do that.
So Ezio's voice actor, I think Roger Craig Smith plays him in all three games, 2 Brotherhood and Revolutions, but Roger Craig Smith has also voiced Sonic in one of the animated series. I can't remember which one. So if you pitch up any of Ezio's dialogue, it sounds like Sonic saying it. So I came across this fact on Tumblr, I think it was like 8 years ago, and accompanying it was an audio clip of Ezio, and it was pitched up, and it was just it was like Sonic saying "Requiescat in pace," and I have an association of, like, again, Ezio and Sonic tangentially. Let's be. This should be the final mission. Or not the final mission, but at least of this sequence. Oh yeah, I've done that too, where I'm like, oh, today feels like a stream day. But then I'm like, actually no. I'm too absorbed in the actual game for that. Tomorrow will be the day to do it again. Oh, cool. I will try and catch you if we happen to. I will try and catch you if our time zones happen to overlap. Okay, alright, alright, alright. Alright, alright. Not you, the guards. Very good.
Noble prices for noble way. Armor fit for an emperor. Misericordia. No, please don't kill me.
It is
Find
the
our target.
appointed one, the savior of the streets. All who dare to cross it.
I also thought this was... It's just a gameplay thing. Like, it doesn't really... I don't think it really reflects on anything canonically per se, but you can... This is one of the few games where you can run around with Eagle Vision activated and not have it deactivate when you move, so I don't know, it just makes me think of... Like, modern AU Ezio could probably control his Eagle Vision a lot more keenly.
You belong
Excuse me, sir. Alright. Where is our target? I'd like to find him soon. Because it's a little... Can't hold up the stream. Be lurking for a bit, listening, be back in a bit. Oh, thanks for the lurk, Edge. I appreciate it. Oh, let me find my target, please. Why is that guy on top of the roof? Oh, just archers posted on the roof to fuck with you. Because the rooftops are an assassin's best friend. Take a look at the quote from Dante. In order to enter the... Locate Dante. Okay, so he's probably somewhere in the plaza. Oh, those are thieves also that I hired to follow me in case something gets... Oh, you're sweet. I can't miss a David stream. Where is he? Is that him back? Yep, there he is.
Alright. Venduto. I need to die of loneliness if someone doesn't come save me. Have you ever seen more beautiful maids?
Crash the party.
Huh? What is going on here? Do you want to see my scar?
Sometimes this took me forever to figure out, but
Try to stay out of trouble.
sometimes if you don't want if you want the guards to leave you alone, you'll just have to wait for them to come up to you and just hurl a couple of insults at you and then be like, oh, fuck this guy. Watch your ass. Running away from them at that point will actually draw more attention to you. I mean, it makes sense, but for the longest time I was like, dude, it's like one blip of notoriety you're calling me out on. That's his Persona 5 AU mask, I've decided. And David will be streaming Resident Evil Village right after this. So I hope you guys will be joining us.
Buonasera, signore.
Buonasera. Un momento, per favore. I need to go find... Oh no, that's right! I have the mask! I can go in. I'm so used to... My brain's on autopilot. I'm a little nervous. Forgive me.
You made it. Marco is on a boat, just offshore. He's set to make a speech in a few minutes. Use my girls until then. Move
Alright.
with them to stay out of sight.
Courtesans will cover for us. Excuse me. It's like the little dancing animation and stuff. Wonderful touches.
Find him.
The audio is a little off though in the audio is a little off in the remaster. Just a little bit. Some sound effects are like completely, they just kind of vanish, or they kind of cut off or cut in at excuse me, inopportune times. Yep, use our girls to stay hidden, not get caught. Oh no. Oh no, girls, don't lead any guards away. I need you to stay with me. That's exactly why I need to stay among the girls. It's fancy too. I love, God, I love it when you get to upgrade your armor and that shows on your character. Maybe it's a small thing, but I like it. Courtesans? You know, it's always hell to go back and rewatch my Assassin's Creed VODs because I know I said this earlier, but my brain goes on autopilot, and I end up just like walking in circles and wondering what's going on, or walking directly away from the objective, and it's just infuriating to watch.
Honestly, my brother embarrasses himself.
Pilot, pay attention.
You have no right to speak of him that way. He's the Doge.
He is Doge in name only, and it's Venetian money he spends. There are larger things at stake, and you know it.
Marco was the one chosen to lead. Your father Neil thought he'd never amount to much.
There we go. Just stay incognito for that long.
Signore e signori, I present to you the beloved Doge of Venezia.
Benvenuti! Welcome, my friends, to the grandest social event of the season. At peace or at war, in times of prosperity or paucity, Venezia will always have carnevale!
It's Santa Claus! He does look like him, doesn't he?
He's not leaving the boat. I will have to swim out there.
I wouldn't try it. You'll be spotted right away.
Then I'll fight my way out there.
Wait.
Tonight, we celebrate what
One sec.
makes us great. How bright our lights shine over the world!
Night, girl. See you tomorrow. Should do only Italian and full subtitles. I tried! They don't have the Italian voiceover for this one. They did on PC when I played it, I think. I remember that. I played it on PC, but they don't have it on this one. Otherwise I would have. At least with Italian audio and English subtitles. Alright, make a getaway. Out of smoke bombs, of course I am. See, look at the fireworks. It's below this pop stand. Altair is so jealous. I'm going. You can hear it's almost like you can anticipate the animus, like, getting ready to kick you out. We good? Jealous of him. It'd be nice to go for a swim now. Sorry, clown holding crate? Oh yeah, it is pretty. It's just starting to get, well, it's not even cold where I am. It's like 60 degrees. I mean, 60 degrees is cold for us, but certainly not according to the rest of the globe. Oh hey, thanks for the raid, Chibi. Thank you so much. We're just in time to wrap up Carnevale. We'll take you for a little tour of Venezia on our way to make it back to our destination with being as inconspicuous as possible. Yeah, thanks for the raid. You guys are so sweet. I hope you've been having a good Halloween. This is a game that makes me think of Halloween in so many different ways and brings back some fun memories. So I thought I'd make some more fun memories by playing this particular sequence on stream. Excuse me, sir. Guide already.
You help me out? Looking for a good time?
I don't know what to do. I'm like, oh god, raid? People watching? Ah, thank you. I panic.
Beautifully done! Che spettacolo! A true hero!
You must be exhausted. Come, relax.
Ah, the savior of Venezia. What can I say? Perhaps it was wrong of me to doubt so readily. Now, we'll see where all the pieces fall.
Enough of that now. You've worked hard, my son. I feel your tired body in need of comfort and succor.
But I have such aches and pains, sister. I may need a great deal of comfort and succor.
Ezio is too much.
That can be arranged. Girls.
How's it go? Really nice. We're just about to wrap up the sequence, actually, and then Cars, David, is going to be finishing up Resident Evil Village. Yep. So that will be a hell of a lot of fun. Sequence 9 complete, my favorite number. So yeah, that'll have to wrap it up for the stream. Sorry it's so soon after the raid, but thank you. Oh god, it's so good. Assassin's Creed 2 is so good. It's fantastic. And Resident Evil Village, I haven't played it yet, but from what David has shown, it's amazing. But thank you guys so much for stopping by. Again, Cars is going to be streaming Resident Evil Village. Please stop by if you're interested. It'll be he's finishing it up, and it's going to be really fun. And thanks, dude. I'm so happy I'm so happy you did too. I'm so happy to see everyone here. I love you guys. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your night. Happy Halloween, and you take care. I love you. Mwah.